All right, today we got a sweet one. This is a Temur Up the Beanstalk deck. So we are trying to use Up the Beanstalk, which triggers when you cast things that cost 5 or more, alongside Hearth Elemental, Tolarian Terror, and Eddymurk Crab. Also have This Town Ain't Big Enough, which is a 5-mana spell that you can cast for 2 mana to target your Beanstalk, get extra cards. Have a Singleton Stormchaser's talent to also work with this. I have been unimpressed by this card, so I'm just playing one. And then a bunch of spells. So we've got Analyze the Pollen, Brave the Wilds, and Bushwhack to tutor up basic lands, as well as just load up the graveyard to make these things cheaper. Cash Grab does the same. Trying a Singleton Questing Druid. This is a card I played in the past alongside Up the Beanstalk, Hearth Elemental, and Tolarian Terror before the Crab was overprinted. But yeah, I got some new upgrades from Bloomborough. Not too many new cards from the other set, but so this deck's been popping up. It's been doing decently. There's shells like this, so I wanted to give it a try. And then there's some interaction like Get Out, Into the Flood Maw. I have a Singleton Torch the Tower, and then some other red cards in the sideboard. Sideboard, we've got Pick Your Poison, which can answer all sorts of things. Importantly, Leyline, the red Leyline. It's just like a very popular deck. I feel like more than half of my matches are against that card, even in best of 3, it just doesn't matter. People are playing it. It's obviously powerful, and you get to speed run with it. So this can be a useful card. It can also answer Slick Shot Show Off, and maybe in a pinch you need to get rid of a Monstrous Rage so you can chump block or whatever. Pyroclasm for things like Convoke, token decks. 3 steps ahead of Negate for just bigger decks, things like Control. Some Lithomantic Barrages. This can answer a lot of stuff. It can kill the Oculus and kill Haughty Djinn. Those are the big ones. There's plenty of other white creature decks as well. And then a Torch the Tower. So that's the main deck. The mana base, kind of finicky. You could change these numbers. I tried, you have a lot of red sources, even though the mana base doesn't look like you do, because you have these 8 red sources over here. And then you also have things like Cash Grab and other things like Sleight of Hand to make it all work. So even though there's only one mountain, I do think the mana is fine. Notably, we're only playing 18 lands because we have all these ways to fetch up lands. But yeah, that's the deck. There will be a link to the deck list in the description if you want to copy paste it. Like and subscribe if you just came for the deck, and I will see you guys in the games. Peace. All right, opponent goes first. I think this is a keep. We've got our card. If they're playing aggro, it might be a little tricky, but I guess I'm gonna just start with the I don't know what's better to play. Let's see what our draw step is. Okay, well, that's bad. This deck looks kind of terrible against aggro, to be honest, but we'll see what happens. Let's just play this, I guess. Maybe I'm not supposed to get the mountain. I do have a torch in my deck and like a Questing Druid and some other stuff, but this is double blue. It's fine. It's not like I'm not gonna be able to get blue if I need it. On the draw versus a red 1-drop, though, this hand looks a bit worse. But yeah, I have a very light red splash. It's possible that if you were worried about stuff like this, you could just build your deck in a way where you could cast Torch the Tower reliably on at least turn 2, because you have so many ways to get red mana. And you could just rework the mana base. Encourage our opponent to make a play. No, not trying to be rude, but I would like the game to progress. And we're playing for nothing, so if they make a mistake, they go down a rank on MTG Arena. And life goes on. Alright. I would like to, I guess, play Forest. I don't even think I necessarily want to up the Beanstalk yet. I think I'd rather progress different things. Like Cash Grab makes it more likely that this crab happens. And That seems important for being able to win. Okay. Maybe they're lagging, honestly. I don't think I've ever seen an arena opponent lag, but that might be what's going on. Alright, so I'm only going to have 2 instants. So it's 3, it's 5. Yeah, it's awkward either way. 3. So it's going to be 3. So I could play a 4-5 next turn. That doesn't seem good enough. I think it's worth taking, though. I think we just died, though. Yeah, close. If we were on the play, we probably would have been okay this game. But, you know, this is a useful game to highlight one of the flaws in it, especially the blue-green version of, like, okay, it's cute that you have all these 1-mana, like, I get a land, and then eventually they do something, but you don't always have time for them to be relevant, because it turns out they made a lot of really good red cards. And that's just one of the byproducts at 3-year standard, is like, if they make a lot of good cards. Am I really not dead? You get to play with all of them. Okay, so we're at 1? You know. We got a chance. Maybe the deck doesn't have that much burn in it. Alright, so what do I want to do? Do I just want to tap this down for now? I don't want to give them a card. I suppose I should Brave first. I can't actually do it twice. My clock is fast. It also insulates us from another haster. Do I have a way to pump my things? I guess, actually, it doesn't matter. Keeping the Brave would give me more, oh shit. Well, I can technically clear it. Was that a good draw? I think so. Okay, so attack. So I can attack 4/5. Bushwhack, fight, torch. I get a draw. Do I want to attack with both? No, because then I'm dead to any haster. Do I even have to bargain? I guess it's better to keep the bean. Just torch, fight 5/5. And then play tap land. If they have a spell, we get blown out, but whatever. Alright, so dead to a shock, dead to a show off, dead to like thing plus haster plus trick probably. Guess maybe Swift Spear is not the end of the world. So rage is 4, yeah, so I'm dead to a rage. Okay, we did not die. Well, I definitely want a 2-turn. Let's, I guess, fight here. I don't have red sources to be able to do both. Otherwise, I would probably draw the cards. And then we are hoping to fade. Nice. Wow. That was lucky. Okay. Well, if your opponent just kind of floods and does nothing, get it done. This card does seem really important to being able to beat red decks, like all these haste creatures, so maybe this is something I underestimated a little bit and have a newfound appreciation for. All right. Since they have the ethereal armor stuff, I'm not exactly sure what I want to do against it, because like these red effects are really bad after they've put an ethereal armor on their creature. As you could see, I had to fight suicide my creature and then shock to deal with that Swift Spear. I'm just not gonna put in Pyroclasm on the draw. I can consider it on the play, but I'm just gonna have all my torches, hope that I can interact early and often, and then just take over the game with the crab. It's probably good enough. What should I cut? Could cut a land. I could cut one of these things that tutor up a land. I think cutting a land would be better. Can I cut island? I could cut Fabled Passage maybe, but that does give me an additional red source, which is kind of nice. I'm gonna try cutting island. I think I have plenty of mana sources even without the island. I might have too many mana sources in my deck, to be honest. Okay. Sounds interesting. I'm going to try it. It's really greedy, but if we draw a green source, it might play. Even if I draw a blue land, it's still nice. I certainly wouldn't have kept this on the play, but it has some upside. Probably not worth actually keeping, but never punished. And let's play this. Hopefully they don't have too scary of a turn. I guess even if they do, we have these. Forge, okay. Well, that's not actually that big of a deal, I don't think. Opponent is multitasking, that's for sure. Maybe they got a baby or something they're taking care of. There you go. Alright, so this costs 2 if I target my own thing. It's not even that appealing to do this. Okay, I found a land. So I think they're just gonna replay the Forge. We're just gonna hope that we can chain together enough of this stuff and bounce and reset these that will be alright. I guess I'm gonna spew one of these off just to make myself a mana. I think that might be relevant here. Not that worried about small creatures at this point. Okay, so what do I want to do? I think I just crab, even though like these aren't not that sizable. So I have this up if they have trick. I just need to find another one of these and we should be good to go. It's not that big of a concern either way. So this can only get up to 4 as far as I understand. And we are 2-turning them, so. Alright, well that's another thing they probably can't beat. I need to make sure not to use all of my blue mana. Okay, whatever. I don't think I need to leave Get out. Well, that does it, I think. Okay. Attack, pass. We can double tap. I mean, yeah, this card is really nice against these red cards. That's double blue, isn't it? Okay. Alright, GG. Up the Beanstalk, quite the card. Alright, not bad. Alright, on the draw. Try this. Let's get... Do I want to get mountain now? Or do I just want to get like a forest and then have mountain later? Probably doesn't actually matter. I guess I would rather just be able to use this if I want. I think in most cases you're going to want to wait till later in the game. Like part of the reason I only have one of these, it's not very good to just flip cards because your cost is so high. But it's a solid 2-drop. Like we could just cast it as a 2-drop here and be fine. I don't know what my opponent's playing. Maybe flash, maybe control. I have a lot of green cards. It's not really going to grow. Do I want... I think I'm just going to use it and hope to find Up the Beanstalk. Like I'm not counting on this equating to 2 cards. But just getting a free card off of it will be good enough. It looks like it's... Okay, it's this deck. I was going to say it looks like it's control, which it still is. Yeah, see, this is a really good example of why it's bad to do, or awkward to do, I should say. It's not like I lost out on that much. I didn't have a great line either way, but certainly not ideal. So keep that in mind if you do want to play the singleton Questing Druid. It's not exactly there to just be a 2-mana draw too, because that's not what it is. I think this game's sort of over. We have no pressure. They have all the mana in the world and a Caretaker Talon. It's going to be pretty hard to win. Decent exchange for me. I'm kind of surprised they even did that, but maybe if we draw Up the Beanstalk right now, we'd have a shot. Okay, let's think. So 3. I'm just playing a 4/5 and being unhappy about it. I guess I'll cycle the Bushwhack. Not even. It's a pretty bad cycle. It's not a cycle, but we'll get it in the graveyard. Take a land out of my deck for whatever that's worth. Not much, but this card is so powerful. So it's a bit scary to play a card like this in a format with like the red ley line and whatnot. Like if you tap out, you just die. But if you hit the right matchups, like if you hit slower decks like this one, you can just farm people with stuff like this. It's like the best Phyrexian arena ever. Okay, so I only have one other red card. I guess, yeah, let's tap the red. Alright, well, we are experiencing the part of the deck that the thing that happens when you do not have Up the Beanstalk, where you just kind of play big idiots. It's not that impressive. Got some negates in the board, some extra counter spells. That might help. If my opponent just like doesn't have Caretaker's Talent on turn 3, maybe we could win games like this by just having like weird fatties. But with the amount of card advantage they get, it's makes it much harder. All right. So I can attack. So I can attack, flash this in, and then bounce it and bounce the Caretaker. I eat 2 tokens that way. I think I'm just gonna pack it in. I think this one's over. Alright, so against control, let's put a negate. This, do I want pick your poison? They kind of have tokeny stuff. I still don't think I want Pyroclasm. Like maybe once they show me more cards I'll have things figured out, but I'm just gonna have no removal against them and assume that they're just control with some random, like that random 5 drop that can make 5 1/1s. I think I can just beat the 1/1s anyway. I think the first pick your poison's fine. Like if I draw exactly 1, I'll be happy. Otherwise I can rely on counter spells. Also being able to find it might be nice, but drawing a lot of these is going to be bad if they just have instant speed card draw and they don't have Caretaker's Talent. So unless there's some flyer I think they have, like maybe if I knew they were boarding in like Chrome Host Seed Shark or the Baneslayer Angel, I would be more inclined to have more. But for now we'll do 1. I'm on the play. I don't want to board out the land. I think I want to keep the Questing Druid. Maybe it's not necessary though. Temporary lockdown is just so bad versus me that I'm not that worried about it. I'm going to take out 2 of these. And do I want any of these? I could just take out every... Yeah, let's do that. I don't think Into the Flood Maw is very good. There are definitely going to be spots where it could be useful, but I think that it's worse than all my other cards. Sure. That's probably good enough. This might end up being a good example of why pick your poison can be awkward. We'll see though. They just jam a Caretaker's Talent. It'll be good. Okay. Not great mills, but whatever. So that'll be another game where we have to play without Up the Beanstalk. I'm gonna draw. Hope to find out. Alright, there it is. That's really good news for me. So, I'm gonna pick your poison. I could wait for them to target their clue, eat some of their mana, and then do this later. But it's also awkward. I should have done this first. But it's also awkward for me if, like, I bounce this and then they get to counter it. Sure. Oh my god. Okay, the reason I did this is because I can draw Fabled Passage or Mountain. I messed up really bad. I'll do this now. Definitely overthought it. Got max punished. That was stupid. I mean, this is obviously the thing you're supposed to play around. It doesn't matter if I don't get to play it this turn. Yeah, I mean, they just kind of had it all. Our draw's really good, though. Maybe we can win anyway. Okay. Play this draw. Okay. Our mountain. It's gonna make my stuff really expensive, isn't it? So 2. These are all 1. So 6, 7, 8. Is it 6 or 8? I guess it's fine. 2, 6, 7, 8. So I'll have 5. Okay, so yeah, we can flash in the thing too, because this will add to 5 and be 6. Okay. I guess we're just beating down and hoping everything works out. I don't really want to not deploy a threat here. It's funny. Yeah, this card's just really good against this deck. I think blue-white control is like close to unplayable in standard, but okay. But I mean, they've just like just nut drawn like absolute perfects, and then I threw. So I'd probably just win if I just played the thing and not let myself get demoralized. Okay. Drew another land. Yeah, I definitely just win this game if my thing resolves. It's just my bad. This matchup is probably fine. Like, I don't think it's necessarily bad. You could also just build it in a way where you could never ever lose if you just had more counter spells. It's funny. All right, well, I mean, this person wanted it more. I'll give it to him. Like, we were just completely outclassed, and then we messed up. It's definitely my bad. GG. All right, final match. I would like to play first. This hand is sweet. I'll keep. You're mulling to 5. Okay, unlucky. 4? I guess I'm getting leylined then. I have this, so it's really helpful versus the leyline. Okay, I'm not getting leylined. Maybe they're just mulling a lot. I don't think I need the extra one. I think getting this in the graveyard is better anyway. Yeah, okay, they probably are leylining. They just didn't have it. Guess I'll bean now. I don't really have any risk of dying on turn 2 without the leyline in play. Yep. It's a good start. Okay, now what? Do I just want to Sleight and bounce? Sleight and bounce seems fairly solid. Just bounce isn't great. I actually think it is better to Sleight and bounce. I want this in play. Neither of these seem particularly good. I guess I'll take the 1 mana blocker. I just don't have time to lollygag, so. Sure. I'm supposed to wait, right? Because this trigger happens no matter what. It's not like I'm countering it. And then it's possible to hit a creature. Okay, I'm an idiot. I don't know why I did that. That's my bad. Alright. Well, they only have 1 card left. So let's play this, and then fight. Should be game. Yeah, my bad. Whoopsies. I don't know what I was thinking. The reason I reacted the way I did was to get their spell to fizzle, but I just didn't think about how the card worked. Obviously, once it's been targeted, it doesn't matter. You can't fizzle it. So that one's my bad. All right, what do I think this is? Do I care either way? Not really. It's a double pump spell. I guess they get to eat my guy. 5 damage, doesn't matter. They mulled to 4. Play this. Whatever. The Questing Druid hasn't looked very good. I think I wanted to try one just because I'd played it in Up the Beanstalk decks in the past. But I just don't think it's necessary with the way that this new version's configured. Like, you're very good at getting your 7-drops. It's possible you just don't need the red at all. Like, the list I based this off of had red cards in the side deck. And I decided to just, like, add a Canal, a Fabled Passage, and then put them out in the main deck to try Hearth Elemental, which is a card that's been really, really strong for me in the past. And maybe this is worth doing, but the other red cards haven't seemed necessary. So, I don't know. It could use some work, that's for sure. Torch. No Pyroclasm on the draw. I think I will put in at least 2 copies of Pick Your Poison. Because I think the reason they were doing all that mulliganing was to try to find the ley line. It can also answer Slick Shot show off. I'm going to try all 3. Just to see how it feels. We might get mega punished, but I'm going to take out Get Out on the draw. And then what else do I not want? I could take out Talent. Talent and then Questing Druid maybe. Alright, let's try this. If they play a turn 1 mouse, we probably just die, to be honest. Our deck is not that well configured at beating it. Maybe we just get lucky and have an untapped red and a torch, but well, we have untapped red. I don't want to mulligan this, even though it looks like a good hand. I think I should mulligan it. Okay, well, this might be too slow, but okay, let's do that. I can play the Hedge Maze on turn 1 if I want. Yeah, see, if I had the untapped red, I could just clear this, but now I'm just going to die, or it's going to be too big, so probably game over. Well, why do people, it's just, for the love of God, stop playing this in your decks. It's so unfathomably bad. That's a side note, though. I think that while it's nice that I didn't die and I'm not dead, It is still somewhat awkward for me. I guess I'll just pass. Like, the jig is kind of up, and I'm gonna get blown out by an interaction piece, but what do you want from me? Okay. You just don't have any pump spells? They probably do, but I'm gonna play like they don't. Or don't currently have one, and hope that they never find one. How do I want to do this? I think I'm supposed to just hope to get lucky on this. No dice. Oh, rip. I mean, it's not even lucky, right? I just needed to hit 2. And I hit 0. That being said, our opponent just has Leyline without any pumps. Okay. Let's play this. And fight your flyer, I suppose. God, if I win this game, my opponent's just the unluckiest person ever. But they do have this thing that they can animate, so there's that. I block. I think we finally died. I think it finally happened. Yep. So we're gonna take 5 damage here, and then we're gonna take whatever. It might be -1 off lethal, but then they have 2 1/1s that whenever they die I lose. So let's put Pyroclasm in on the play. Pyroclasm would have actually been really good that game. But that's because my opponent's hand was terrible. I'm going to take out 1 Pick Your Poison. And then I guess I'll take out one of these. Try this configuration. We are hoping for our red cards. And I guess Pick Your Poison if they have Leyline. So we have a red card. I will keep. They have a Leyline, which means I have to Pyroclasm whatever they play. Oh, I just clicked on accident. Fuck my life. I don't even know what the other card was. Okay, well, I got the card I wanted, so that's good. Alright, so since we got this, I should greed. I'm hoping that they just play a creature out. Okay, they just have lethal. Well, they had to have the fling. The fling's not lethal, right? Oh yeah, it is, of course. Okay, all right, we got turn 2'd. Honestly, I kind of had this off of my radar. So we should have played Pyroclasm. Whatever. Like, I should play better, but that deck is just so miserable. Like, it's just, I want to throw up. I could record another game, but I think you get the gist. And all I play against is this Leyline deck. It's like 70% of the matches I play, so it's hard to get recordings anyway. And I think I'm down to call it here. This deck's cool, though. It's pretty fun. Up the Beanstalk's a really strong card. I think there's a lot of ways to make it better against this red deck. I'm not sure if red is the best thing you can do, but it's an example of what you could do. You could try black, you could try white even, I suppose. But yeah, I think you can win this matchup. I think that it's very winnable. I threw there. The deck falls apart relatively easily, but like that game's a great example of if you make a mistake, you just instantly die. So I'm going to throw this up. I need to make a video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys are liking Standard. I think it's really bad. Like, I actually have a terrible time most of the time, but I've just been trying to consistently make YouTube content, so I've been slogging through it. But let me know what you guys think about Standard, and if you've been having fun and you kind of like the things that have been going on, or if you sympathize with my feelings, because yeah, it's been rough. It's been rough for me to find a deck that I enjoy playing against the field. But anyway, like and subscribe. thanks for listening to me vent, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.